Nyantechwa maybe am discover free Europe akoma busuafo for Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer easy convenient fast and sound so free won't you she me discover ye mapim tap send Intienne also download the tap send app no mobile phone so free na first ka komo busuafo for Ghana fa na nyina tap send pop.
Check now, check it, check it. The beat is real, don't wait make it kill ya. Get your green salad glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Green salad glucometer, check it. Sugar level for check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tutu nani etina kamu kwantin ten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo o so to mfako sika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota la pass ekosi nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pebia. So ukoton kwa dia enye bebia wo se wutumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto. All call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Who wants to go? Cause I'll be kidding. everyone that Sammy Flex TV, we are really live here on Showbiz Daily. So they can also join us. Let's do our business, and our business is to discuss all the various entertainment topics that you have been waiting for. We are back to give them to you, and on the screen, Roland Amate is already here. Roland Amate is a blogger, he is a journalist, event person, and he gave us one of the best events last Saturday, that is over the weekend. He gave us one best event like that, and it was a great time with Sugar Lord and the friends at Africa Gardens. It was a good night, and everyone should watch out for that. Now in the middle is Nana Reagan, Beef Nation President. Beef Nation President is also a blogger, he's also a writer, an event person, and a talent manager, and a promoter. And same way, I also want to say big up to Intimdo Solomon, aka Chemo. Chemo is also our online manager. He's a digital expert, and anytime you are facing any difficulties with your online stream, I'm sure Chemo should go to the aid of Zula. Zula is sure. Sorry, Zula. Zula is Shirov. Zula is too hot, man. Too hot. Well, let me read some of your comments so we can start working. Frederick Apia is online. Good evening, everyone. Michael Ann says, good evening. Rich Lip says, hi. And Joanne Nain says, blessed Monday afternoon. Pastor Sam. Chemu. Please, English language. Joanne. I say I get to store your number on WhatsApp, okay? Augustino says, good evening, everyone. And Fidelis Osara says, hi, guys. Blessed Boy says, Brad Sammy, when I come back always from work, it is your Sammy Flex TV they enjoy in, I think this is it Germany or Belgium? Germany. Wow. Blessed Boy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And when I hear some of these kind of messages, it makes me feel so good. He says, anytime he comes back from work, he puts on his television to Sammy Flex TV. Papa. Thank you so much. Now, Richard Breezy says, TBH, I don't want you guys to make a comment about Kuami Eugene's exit of the label made by A+. It is not concrete enough to be discussed. Gideon Body says, good evening, Brad Sammy crew. And they watch you like a hawk. Okay, Raz Joe says, the best showbiz greetings. Thank you. Okay, so Richard Breezy, take your time. If you think it is not concrete enough, why don't you wait to listen to what people will say? Maybe someone has information that you need. Just relax and enjoy everything as we are about to do. And I want to say big ups to the team. The Guitar Rasta is Currency. Richie Flex is the editor and producer of the show, editor and the director of the show. The Guitar Rasta is on camera, handling everything. And a man like Emmanuel Fowila PG is the producer, putting together everything for us to do our thing. And we just came back from Bolga. We spent our weekend in Bolga, came back just this afternoon, and I know the team is really tired, stressed, and all that. But because of the love we have for you, we had to sit down to still do Showbiz Daily. So it is going to be a very good one this evening. We're going to read your comments, be part of it. Bolga was good. Bolga was good. And one thing that I would want us to pick from Bolga as early as possible is a question one of the participants of the seminar asked me and the organizers, and it was about the Upper East Music Awards sponsored by Happy Man Beaters. And once again, I want to say good evening to Dr. Bokete. That is Dr. Emmanuel Bokete Boke. That Bote, is it Bote? Bokete Bote. Bokete Bote. You are a great man. Thank you so much for everything. We really appreciate you, and to the team, we are so appreciative of everything you guys did for us in Bolga. And the gentleman was asking, and I know because we all do events, it is something that we can also discuss here. His name is, I've forgotten the name, forgive me. Say again? What mention again? Surebia, not Sarabia. All right, thank you, but it has helped me. Surebia, that is the name. Surebia, thank you, Richie. Surebia is the name. He's asking that if you are a participant of any award scheme at all, and the award scheme really does not satisfy you with their ways and means of doing stuff, And you know the award scheme is also in direct partnership with its sponsor. When you have an issue, when addressing it, can you address it to either the sponsor or the organizers of the scheme? We were in Bolga over the weekend for a seminar for the Upper East Music Awards. That is Happy Man Beaters Upper East Music Awards. We had great numbers. In fact, the people were so overwhelmed. They said they have never seen a gathering of all the top musicians in the region before. Ever, never. It is something they've never seen before. This particular one, they were so overwhelmed with it, and it was beautiful. So let's go to the auditorium. That is Tap Hotel. Let's get the question. Then when we come back, we ask, like Vodafone, like VGMAs, or like Ghana Music Awards in Ghana, if there is anything, can you write your address and tag in Vodafone? Like Vodafone, I did this, voted 24 times, but I did not win. Or you should tag Shatta House only in your presentation. Watch this video. When I come back, let's discuss it.
Yeah, good evening. Yes, boss. My name is Sorry. Yeah, good evening. Yes, boss. My name is Sorry. Before I ask my question, I want to be sure. As part of the questions, are we allowed to ask about the awards, or it is just with regards to what you said? Because what I want to talk about is mostly about the awards. Even though I have a question about social media. So, if the organizer... Okay, today is actually a seminar. And the seminar is about mostly what I came to talk about. But if you ask me about, because I am the one talking, if you ask me about the awards, I will not be able to answer. Okay, so for that reason, is there going to be another platform where other people or people who have questions about the awards can ask? No, you can put out your reservation if you have any. No. Because they are here, I'm sure. Okay, so... Yeah, you can put out your reservation if you have any. They will surely look at this. Yes, so I want to talk about the awards. Before this seminar, recently I've seen a post from the CEO of Happy Man Beaters. Put out a post sort of trying to pick polls on whether people want us to continue the awards scheme or not. In March, after the first last year's event, he wrote that because of certain things that were said about his brand, he had pulled out. I saw a post from Abu Banks sharing that post, and then he wrote, "We are done." Subsequently, I don't know, it's like the post is not there, but that is how I saw the post. He is an organizer. He is called One Love Entertainment with his people. Happy Man Beaters is a brand. They are supposed to be sponsors for the event. I want to know the distinction between Happy Man Beaters and then One Love Entertainment, because anytime people have an issue and they bring Happy Man on board, they are not happy. But when there is something to praise, Happy Man Beaters wants to take the praises. And I'm saying this because when Kabubans as an organizer said he is done, I haven't seen a post where he has said that they are back to organize it. Yet the sponsor has come to ask us whether he should go ahead or not. So, is One Love Youth Entertainment a subsidiary of Happy Man Beaters? Are they independent of Happy Man Beaters? Is it the same entity? I just want to know, because one day when I have grievances, I want to know who I should take my grievances to, so that I don't have to.
Well, that was Soribia there at the seminar, and once again I want to show my gratitude to every musician who saw the need to come and spend time with me. I know it was out of the love and respect they have for Brand Sammy Flex, reason they all came out. Soribia, big artist there, and everybody who knows Bollywood music will mention Soribia. It was great, great numbers. People came in their numbers. In fact, the motorbikes outside alone felt like it was some campaign rally or something like that. Ro, you are into events. I would want to start this with you. Let me take this position. So Bia's question is that, as an award organizer with your sponsors, closely working together, anytime he has an issue, can he address it to both parties, or it should only be to just one side?
Simon, let's say a very good evening to our viewers. I think Soribia has asked a very legit question. In fact, looking at where he started from, with the involvement of the sponsors even in the interaction with the people who are supposed to be involved with the scheme. I'm talking about some of the stakeholders like the musicians. Normally, it's supposed to be the organizers and the sponsors marriage. Like that's how it's supposed to be. But then the face of it, the sponsors should all be kind of the umbrella covering, the financial umbrella covering the whole event or the whole entity. But the face of that event should be the organizers, basically. And the organizers are supposed to sell the sponsors. That's how it's supposed to be. So if you have any grievances or any problem, it should be directed to the organizers, because they are the ones selling the sponsors to you indirectly. So if you have any problem with the event, well, the sponsors can be changed anytime, but the event cannot be changed, especially if it's an award scheme. Unless maybe they want to change the name and the management of the whole award scheme, then that's fine. Other than that, the award scheme can be maintained, but sponsors can be rotated each and every year or anytime they want. So if you have any problem, initially the ideal place to send your grievances to is the organizers. But in the case where sponsors seem to be playing the role of the organizers, then there is no error when you want to send your grievances out and you tag them or you copy them. There is no error. In fact, I even see this to be a big danger to the scheme. And
You see what to be a big danger to the scheme?
The interaction of or the interference of the sponsors in the affairs of the scheme organization, because a sponsor, and it is also not so good for the sponsors as well, because yes, as a sponsor, even if it is the organization, the event of team is a subsidiary of the sponsors, they are supposed to make them autonomous. Because these are brands that we are talking about. Somebody's action can be a dent on your brand. And if you want to separate these two brands, which I know is their aim, they should try as hard as possible to make sure that the event organizers are left to do their own job. When it comes to PR, when it comes to managing the affairs of the scheme, when it comes to interacting with the musicians or the people involved, they should only take the position of sponsoring and also protecting their brand.
Okay.
That is how it should be. So if Sammy Flex TV, or let's say Flex Entertainment, and Sammy Flex TV is under Flex Entertainment, at least Sammy Flex TV should be autonomous enough to be able to handle its own affairs, and not Flex Entertainment meddling in the affairs of Sammy Flex TV, even though it is the umbrella of the whole scheme. If not,
this example there, it is a little far away from what we are talking about, because Sammy Flex TV is Flex Entertainment.
It's Flex Entertainment. Okay. So let me do it. Let me use the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards.
Exactly. That one
as
fits.
an example. Okay. So
yeah.
Vodafone should be able to let Charterhouse manage its own affairs without coming to interfere.
Okay.
Because it will create some sort of conflict of interest here, whereby some people will sense some kind of favoritism even in the day-to-day running of the scheme. So if they are left to run the scheme because they presented the whole idea, pitched the whole idea to the sponsors for them to come and help them. So if they are competent enough, they should be able to manage their own affairs, including meeting the grievances of the people who are involved.
Okay.
So Surebia's question as to whether he can copy the sponsors when he wants to register his grievances. I think in a case where the sponsors comes to play the role of the organizers, then there is no error when he copies them.
Okay, well, point well made. Nana Regan, continue from there. What do you also think about Surebia's question?
Yeah, I think it's a valid question. And for me, the lesson I know is that if you have any grievances or any problems with any award scheme, you have to direct your grievances to the organizers and not to the sponsors.
Okay.
Because in this country, it is very, very difficult to come by
Charlie.
sponsors.
And that is the organizer's fear, that
Yeah.
it is not easy to land sponsor.
Yeah, yeah.
They have landed a sponsor, and you are making everything we do out dirty to them.
Exactly. So sometimes playing that politics with the organizers will not only cause the organizers, but it will cause the entire music space that you have there. Sometimes it is deliberate to get back at the organizers, like to also hit them back, and
because they know that is where when they hit hard.
You hit hard, you are going to lose or feel the pain. So they will just deliberately tag the sponsors and make them know that okay, you are not doing certain things right, or you are doing something fishy, so they need to, you know, maybe check on you or maybe just go off the scheme. And in 2021, I think I did a story relating to what he built his questions from. I saw Dr. made a post on Facebook where
Dr. Bokete.
Yes.
Okay.
Where I think he made some promises to the one that was going to win the Artist of the Year. He fulfilled that promises and then
the
said
20K promise.
Yes, and then he said the doors are temporarily closed to the award schemes. I think that is where he was asking that when they came back on the award scheme, they should have announced it for them to know that okay, they are working it once again, but they did not do that. You can't fault the sponsor too much because maybe the backdoor conversations was just between the organizers and the sponsors, and they agreed on doing something, so they cannot come back and announce those things. But my advice to him is that I know that sometimes
which of the hymns?
Sorry, I know he is grieved about some of the happenings around the awards, and he is not the only person that has some of these bitterness or pain around some of these things. So with people like that, sometimes, like I said, deliberately they want to make sure, okay, where is your strongholds? Let's make sure we break that stronghold so that you can also feel the pain, and then maybe the awards crowd will not even be there again. But if you do that, there's so so you going to make sure okay that the sponsors are off, or maybe they are no more sponsoring the organizer for them to put up the award. It will not only hit the organizer, it will come back to hit you as well because you're a musician. And that is the only way we can recognize it, because if you read Doctor's post, he was talking about some controversies around the awards where the organizers need to sit down and make sure that because they as a brand, as Happy Man Bitters brand, they don't want to associate themselves with anything that is everyday controversies. They don't want to associate themselves like that. They want peace at the Upper East there. They want to make sure they have a very good environment. The musicians are enjoying that good environment to do their music and gain whatever recognition that they deserve. So that is why they would want to sit back and make sure that okay, go and address your issues. When you finish, come and tell us we are done, and then we will see if truly everything is addressed. Then we will come back on board. And I think that is exactly what they did. So they should just direct their problems at the right quarters. If you're a musician or if you are a stakeholder, if you have any issues, the first door that you need to knock at is the organizer's door, not the sponsor. Not this, especially when you are not sure of the relationship between the sponsor and then the organizer. Don't just think that okay, because maybe the sponsor, the CEO of the sponsors is on social media making a post, or somebody related to the sponsors are on social media running certain commentaries, you would want to think that okay, they are all part of the organizers.
Everybody has a different role.
You understand? Yes. So sometimes the only time they will come in is when they feel like okay, we are also a brand. We are trying to protect our brand. So if you guys are doing this, then we are no more. And at that point, he can go on any social media platform to make that statement. So that is why you will see some of these statements on Facebook and all of that. But it doesn't mean maybe they are part of the organizers. I know about the background of this award very, very well. And I don't think Happy Man Bitters is in any way in bed with the organizers. He has that love for the northern people here, and he just wants to make sure their music and everything is, you know,
Growing.
is growing. So they should just take their problems to the organizers and make sure they are addressing it between them and then the organizers, so that if there are any other things that you need from the sponsors, as in maybe advice or other supports, then you can also go and knock at their door and seek for those things. But they shouldn't make it look like, oh, we are going to fight the organizers and then make sure they lose
their sponsors.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
The mindset.
That mindset, because a lot of people have that mindset, seriously. A lot of people.
One year, man, they're not saying no.
Yeah, best
Forgetting that they can also go to the sponsors for endorsements and deals.
You understand? So
Okay.
it shouldn't be like that.
All right, Chemo, I'm sure you can take it from there. And remember, I'll be reading your comments. What do you also think about the topic on board? An artist who is not happy with an award scheme and how it is organized, asking that, where should he channel his grievances? Should he go straight to the organizers, or he should deal with the sponsors who are closely in bed with the organizers in terms of putting the event together? Yes, Chemo.
Yeah, first of all, I think the question is a legitimate one.
Yes, the question is.
And then the secondly, the grievances or whatever he has to say should go to whom it may concern. And so it includes the
sponsors.
The sponsors. And in fact, in this case, the sponsor is even behaving as if he is part of the organizer. So what's up? If you are not doing something right, then you should be talking to
if you read his post there, it's clearly differentiates between who the sponsors are. It is just like a statement coming from Vodafone to say, Shatta House, we are having too many controversies with your scheme, so we want to stay back. Deal with your issues. When you are done, come and let's solve.
But this is just another post. There are other posts that the same authority has also spoken about the scheme. Even asking, even this year, what we know is that he came to ask that, what are the issues around it? Should we do it or not?
The sponsor should be talking to the organizers. But if you open up and then come and post it on Facebook or any other social media platform, then it's like, I'm ready for any questions that will come or any comment that will come. So the question will go to whom it may concern, including the sponsors.
Okay.
So I think it's a caution to the sponsors.
Okay.
If they don't want to get involved with any scandals when it comes to award scheme and stuff, then he should watch the way he says something about the award scheme.
Okay.
That will give an impression that then we can talk to them based on how you are posting and how you get involved based on your comment. So I think one is a legitimate question, and yes, I will even encourage them to even push more to the sponsors if they have availed themselves for that. You won't see Vodafone doing that.
Okay.
That's why people will not
go to
Vodafone for anything. So if you are doing that, then be ready for such things. And even if it will affect the organization, it's because of the sponsors' behavior.
Okay.
So they should behave right. If you think you are not part of them, they are doing their own thing. Any question that you have or any concerns that you have, address it to the organizers as you want the musicians or the stakeholders to address it to the organizers. As a sponsor, do same.
Okay.
Call the sponsors if you think there are controversies. Call the sponsors, talk to them that things are not going right. You have to put things in order so that we will get as an associate brand to your organization or the things that you are doing. I'm not happy with it. So they address issues and put things in proper perspective. But if you bypass the organizers, come and say your concerns on social media, and you don't want the stakeholders, the musicians especially, to talk to you directly, but rather they should talk to the organizers. No, I think the organizers should also be telling the sponsors that, please, if you have any concern, come to us. The same way they are telling the musicians to talk to them instead of organizers, they should also be telling the sponsors the same thing, so that they will have a balanced thing there. You can't just push it on the musicians to only talk to the organizers. By the sponsors, they can do whatever they like and even critique the organizers to the musicians. How?
Yeah.
So I think this thing, the sponsors should rather be doing their things right, or else me, I will even advise the musicians to push more questions to the sponsors rather than the organizers, because the sponsors are showing that without us nothing will go on. So they should be the right people to answer questions like that if they are behaving like that.
Well, interesting points made by my panel members. Let me read some of the comments so far. And okay, Issa Salifu says, "Brother Sammy, keep the fire burning." And Blessed Boy says, "Sammy Flex, I pray for you and your team in coming 2 years. Sammy Flex to be bigger than bigger. May God guide you and your team. All the best, Sammy Flex, Chemo, Nana, Reagan, and Roland." Jackie Boatin says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sis." And Kwesi Ayefe, he says, "Welcome back, family. Big man, thank you so much. We are really back." Big man, I see you. Now, Jackie Boatin says, "Richard Brazy, I agree with you. I don't know where A+ headed." Now, Gideon Boadi says, "The artist should mainly channel their grievances towards organizers, but sometimes hitting their sponsors get things done because the organizers do not want to lose their sponsors." And Rich Lip says, "Maybe he's organizing to beat them, but he wants to know which group he can send his people to beat. It is as a result of too much familiarization." Now, John Boy Anaba says, "The organizer of the UEMA give the awards on their own interests, not who deserves it." That is also another point there that we cannot verify, though. And I want to believe that he himself has not even been able to verify what he's saying. But it goes on there. My panel members, I'm sure they have shared the best of advice to the organizers. They've shared the best of advice to the sponsors and also to the artists as well. If you are wise, you listen and you pick what belongs to you, you keep it, and you are good. Now, to story number 2. Let's talk about Kofi Adoma, Ngwangwani, aka Kofi TV CEO. And he's my best friend, and we have a vibe all the time. He has a wife called Miracle Adoma, and looks like Kofi Adoma and the wife, they are really enjoying some attention in the space. Why am I saying so? On Kofi Adoma's birthday, he was on radio, and he talked about how a certain woman called Miracle has been able to stand behind him despite all the bad things he has done. Kofi Adoma talked about him impregnating 2 other women whilst Miracle Adoma was still waiting for him to come back and settle with her. Now, in recent times, some people have also bashed Kofi. Kofi, this issue was not for public discussion. Some people are even saying, this lady, this guy, don't mind if you do it again. You think you've gotten it, he will surely come and do it to you again. Now, Kofi was not happy with social media conversation and discussion, making him look bad. So he decided to go on his channel, that is YouTube channel, one of the very influential YouTube channels we have in Ghana called Kofi TV. Very big. I even have an interview there some time ago when I met him in London Heathrow Airport. We had an interview on Sammy Flex TV, and thanks to Kofi, I got some subscribers from there as well. Now, whilst Kofi was on his show explaining why he decided to go all out and reveal everything that he's enjoyed from the wife, including the fact that he said even if he would die, talking about what the wife has done or appreciating the wife's efforts, according to him, he will be happy. He will be happy that he will say all these things and die. His soul will be happy. Kofi was on air and clang. This is Adoma called Miracle Adoma called Kofi. Babe, I said cut it. Babe, you don't want me to come to the studio. Babe, cut it. You don't want me to come to the studio. Now,
Drama,
Kofi Adoma had to listen to Babe, and Babe cut it. I know it has also become another issue. People are saying, too much. And then kind of emotion. Some people even have the thinking that, oh, it is part of the views, Charlie. After all, now the wife is also a YouTuber. In case you don't know, she also wants the husband to get the numbers. The numbers bring the bucks. What do you have to say? Kofi Adoma, Mrs. Miracle Adoma, and what is happening? What is the good about it? What is the bad about it? These are the questions I want to ask my people, looking at what is trending. Now, just watch something small from what we observed from the other day, and when we come back, We are sure going to do a discussion on this. Watch it. I'll be back.
If by appreciating her would take me to my grave, if by appreciating her would take me to my grave, I would do it and go to my grave.
Put me there.
I will boldly say it. Say ene. Me sum nyami ye. Na Mrs. Miracle Adumanti. I remember. Yes, press before me, any press before any problem. I was a Presbyterian. Me co presby. I sorry, all right. At the point, na
Mr. Adoma.
We say like, okay, sorry, bia.
Mr. Adoma, babe, Mr. Adoma, you don't want me to come there. You don't want me to come there. Trust me, you don't want me to come there. You don't want me to come there. End the life.
Okay, so that was just a bit of what transpired the other day. We were in Bolga when the video started trending. We had our own show on it. So I'm sitting somewhere drinking water. And the show was done. Now we are in Accra. And we want to still do the discussion. But let me clear some fresh messages before we even go into it. Bismarck says, enjoying Sammy Flex TV with my lady, Christabel, while waiting for jollof rice. Okay. Enjoy your jollof rice. God bless you. Now, Shatta Wale TV says, thanks for the love, Brasami. You are always the best. Big love to you all and your pundits. And Bismarck says, shouts to you all. Okay. Good evening to you, Christabel. Hope you are good. Take care of yourself. Bibi, I'm very fine. Chamo, where you worry for yourself? Don't worry about because of social pressure. Team, I'm found that way. But what is that when it comes to the account culture? In fact, is even worry. Yeah. And then Masa, take your advantage. Take your advantage. Yeah, now worry.
I think this issue, Kofi Adoma, on Kofi Adoma's side, I think his response, Akakakra, he hasn't done anything wrong, but the way he's responding to what is happening, and then I'm gonna be issue. I say, and then the issue about, and yet the why response in the issue about. So the lady, I think the lady was right. I trying to stop him from talking. Lady near right is okay because what those who are bashing him or those who are criticizing him, they will only use the response that will be coming to even criticize him more or whatever. Not the first thing. The first thing was going against the lady, but now based on Kofi Adoma's response, then they will be saying more harsh things which will affect the lady more than
Kofi Adoma.
Yes. So it was right for the lady to intervene and say, hey, please
cut it. You can't go that direction. Cut it. And I think the crew, they did something wrong. I mean, they could have just go on a break or something, like put something there and then talk behind the scenes instead of just putting her on for us to hear the voice like Madam says put me on.
Yes, we will put her on. But my point is that they can decide not for us to hear.
Chemo.
Say no Madam person or no or ba another person in the husband casa. That's the point.
But what number what number did Madam call on? Is the number of Kofi Adoma's private contact or it is a public number?
Well, we can't decide on that, but let's say it was the public number that.
Or it is our case.
Yes. So even
it could be our case.
Yes. Let's say it could be our case. Like this. We can still decide. Currency or Richie can still decide to play a song or something for us to talk to Madam behind the scenes. before we come back on there.
Some madam's authorities in some offices are beyond.
And madam will say no, I don't want to talk behind the scenes. She will not even know.
Yes, the way it is going and what we are hearing. Looks like madam.
Playing it on air or off air. Oh, well, but yeah, that's besides the point anyway. But my point is that I will agree with the lady to intervene in that direction, that Kofi stop, because whatever you say will be used against you in the court of public opinion. So stop, say what you want to say and then keep quiet, because for those who will criticize you, no matter what you say, they will. So say what you have to say. The discerning ones, or people who think that okay, it's even good to praise your lady like this, cool, they will take it. Those who are against you, say whatever, they will still be against you and insult you and even insult the wife. And I think this time the wife was getting more bashing than even Kofi, because I think what I heard, they were rather saying that the wife, why would you go through this, allow him to go impregnate somebody and even give him money to take care of that pregnancy and all that. And so it was Namabi.
So people were rather attacking the lady more than Kofi.
Yes.
So where did Kofi come in to be taking the lash?
Because
the lashes?
At this point, Kofi will not just sit back for them to insult his wife. No.
So he came fighting for.
Say, yeah, I've done it, and of course she has forgiven me, and I think things are working for us. So I don't really care about what you say and all that. But Ninano, you are giving them weapon to hit the wife. And then a wife and the baby say, stop it. Me na my wife, me na my yes actions, you know, and I'm okay with it. And I'm surprised at those who are doing that, insulting the wife and even criticizing. When you see good things, you do whatever it takes to take it. Kofi Adoma Asho say or that competence or yes. And then you know the wife
hardworking.
Yes, so they should rather, they should rather be praising
maybe
the
he
wife.
performs well.
And all that. and you think other two ladies, you know, they all want it. I think we can't say all ladies, you know, they only want 20% of the men. So when they see that you have the potential, they all come after you. And some people may be a little bit reckless in their decisions and also enjoy the attention like so at some point Kofi Adoma made a mistake and ladies never know what Bobby Egum and when you traded him, nothing bad happened to him. Now he's okay and he's sharing a story that some people can even take as an example or something to learn from. No, Moody didn't attempt say lady no a wise lady. To go through all this and still stand by it, you know,
the lady is a wise lady.
Yes, and the man here wise, and they say she saw something in Kofi Adoma. Now when you're ready to let go, regardless, for her to notice that, and said no, I think I should still go with this guy, and I work here man on, because at this point Kofi Adoma is not a poor guy, or he's making good money. And the lady, you know, one Lucy, and she fought for it. Other two ladies, you know, man, in easy man. And they should rather be praising the lady instead of criticizing or insulting her. And if there's anybody at all that they have to insult her, maybe I could find the man take a crack on for his reckless life some time ago. But for him to come out and even say this, you know, or not to say a bold to admit, say, I made mistakes.
Because nobody knows and nobody even cares. Nobody knows and nobody cares.
Yeah. And then the only a good step. Say, oh yeah, now I'm far. Me cry me tea. Make me a bashubi because I'm working out. Say, Koba say after all this are leading here in the nano. Kofi Adoma and Kobe bia or near Papa bia one. Lady no make us hey. Wedding ceremony. You have wasted your time on this guy. I want you to but I work here man there. We should be praising her for going all out. Till this point, I work here man. That's how the world is. If you get it right, we praise you. If you get it wrong, then we give it to you the same way. So those who are insulting the lady or Kofi Adoma. I don't know the angle that they are coming from, but I mean, in my honest opinion, I think it's wrong for them, for people to even go that direction. This guy was just trying to say that upon all my recklessness from the beginning of my life, this lady has to beside me until now, and things are now working, so I have every right to praise her. And I don't know why people would then take that and insult or even criticize both or any of them. Not at all. Kofi Adoma is bold to come out to say these things, and the lady has done well for seeing something good in Kofi Adoma and stand there till now that things are working for them. So Kofi, I am with the lady to stop Kofi from talking, because the talk will give those who are insulting more weapons to even insult her.
Well, thank you so much, Chemo, for coming through with that. Let me read some comments, some new comments here. And okay, so Bismarck says shouts to you, or Big Man shouts to you. Kwesi Ayefe aka Bernard Ekuban is also here, and he says Mr. Sammy, Mr. Sammy, Mr. Sammy. Ben Williams says just join you all. Kwesi Ayefe says Opani Chemo Nye. Rich Lives says, first of all, how did she come straight on air and also at an adequate volume for us to hear her? Make me feel that his gimmicks gone wrong. Well, Rita Sewa says Kofi was defending his wife. Now Dokas Achan says Chemo, and she's just clapping for Chemo like that. Kwesi Ayefe says Mrs. was trying any means to stop him from talking, so it didn't matter which line she called. Now Pelia X says big up Sammy Flex TV for the great work. Advice to the panel: they always look so tired on the platform, which is supposed to be entertainment, please. Okay, well noted. Richard Breezy says, hey Chemo, all this while I thought you were married though. I totally side by you on the Kofi Adoma saga. Now Frederick Apia says, looking at the size of Kofi's wife, Kofi is suffering from beatings. That is why she came on air to stop him. Oh, please. Please, please, please. Kofi is not suffering from any beatings. Don't go there, I beg you. And who else is here? Wawolo TV says, Chemo, Abusiapenyi. Dr. Sechan says, I noticed that what don't hear anything good about relationship on the internet. Okay. Now, Questman James says, Chemo, I agree with you. You've said it all. Good evening to you. Stay blessed. Okay. Now, Regan, let's continue from there. And we are not tied. We are not tied. We are not tied. Richie, is everything okay? Okay. Okay, everything is okay. Everything is okay. I didn't see it at first. I just saw it. We are not tired. More energy. We came from Bolga and still energy. Now we can continue.
I think first of all, I will give it to Kofi for, being able to, first of all, confess, admit, and then also praise the wife for having all the patience to still stay with him till they got married. And then I'll also give it to the wife for, going in like that to stop him from, responding to the commentaries that are coming and the reactions that are coming from the public. Kofi shouldn't have responded to any of the commentaries after the confession on radio. He shouldn't have. He should have just left it like that for people to talk, because right now, I know he did that with like certain positive intention to appreciate the wife, but right, he has given the public some sort of power to dig the wife. Because initially, Kofi didn't even want to show the face of the wife.
He has still not showed the face of the wife.
Now, people know the wife. And they are...
Well, I don't know her.
You don't know her. Just this evening, do you know the allegations some people are even made? I saw screenshots of some people, I don't know them, some Facebook users, saying that the Miracle Adoma we know is not Miracle Adoma. Her name is not Miracle. Her name is something Ross.
Rose.
Yes, not like Rick Ross. That
okay.
Something. So they are trying to say that even the girl has changed her name to
Miracle.
To Miracle, to just to portray she's a saint or some innocent woman. And now, like, that is the point. I'm like, right now, people are just going to dig her past. They are going to, they are just going to make sure they drag you, in the mouth, just make sure some kasa, can be on social media. And like Chemo said, no, I don't think we should be attacking or insulting the woman for what she did. I have a question for women, on this platform. Like, if you are claiming this woman is a fool, that is what they were saying. I've read some of the comments. The women attacking Miracle are saying she is stupid and a foolish woman to know that Kofi is doing all of these things, and she has stayed with him, even give Kofi money to go and rent and all of that. So she is foolish. Now, some of these women that are saying the woman is foolish are not married.
Obviously.
Some of them are even struggling in their boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. You know why? Because they think that when they meet somebody, a man that is similar to Kofi, they will leave him. And then they will go and take Roland. And then in the next few months, Roland will also do the same thing. And then they will go and meet Currency. So you'll be going on like that. You see, when Chemo was giving his submission, she said the woman is wise. And I want to agree. The woman is very, very wise. She is very wise. Because what is she looking for? She wants marriage. She wants a husband. And she has seen certain potentials in Kofi, irrespective of Kofi's weaknesses and whatever he wants to do. And she is saying that, okay, this is the kind of feeling I have for this man. This is what I see in him. Let me now go for him. Let me protect him. Let me keep him. And now Kofi is in her house as a husband. Then you, the one sitting on social media, insulting this woman that she is foolish. Maybe you have also bought something for a certain man before. It did not work because you think that, okay, on also a baby, and on you ask me see and I watch him when now you the same woman, you move on to Roland. Roland too will cast some small girl. Now worry. Or we are now both. Still now we say Kuno. No one moving to Currency. No, I got to Currency once 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. No, also bang. And also I bet to face and also to be safe. Now call Richie up. Now nobody cry. Okay. Now call that video.
Entakra. Ako ko entakra.
I'm going to stop I don't provide for that. You see, some of these guys, people like Kofi, they have options.
Yes,
Kofi Adoma.
Yeah.
Or what? Let's put his weaknesses aside.
Yeah.
He has options, like society options. So if you want him as a husband, then you have to do extra. And that is what people are not paying attention to. Like that is me one thing the woman Miracle has been able to do that I make one as a man. Because I was asking myself, hey, and then me partner the man do a pan a bit me say, hey, say the Roland T.
You must have no bomb.
Yes, I will you like me kind of. And I said the currency tea. And I said an American crap with tea.
Exactly.
Wow. Na me timi pa tena wa ani na mu na watimi akwa yet me ho ade. Our worry no ni me TV. What is it, you know what Kofi did there? I've seen some people saying, say, oh, he will do it again. He would, yes. I won't dispute that. I say, but I don't know, yeah, you know, it can also make him always a better letting and say, for me to go on radio to confess, say, or Barry, my enemy say that, so nah, even after your confession and before coming at you, or banana, and a star barbeshi, do I catch you say, Jai response and I enter if in India. You think it is easy? And to Kofi Crabet ever saw in fact, temptation the crap bar. Sanya Marie, see. The confession, the crabit in your let's and I'm beating it. Say first, no, you know, or the emphasis first, no, you know, 2. They say Kofi bet my one.
Because
Because of common economy.
Yes, that be because of no crown confession, it's admission.
Yeah.
O cause say temptation here. Me fancy temptation here be say bia. Pain and be back Kofi akoma. E bia ba ko pen bit me na ball. But before na on your confession, I could bet me temptation be say 8 day. O bet me clear money na. So it is a good thing I could feel here, but I wish thank her. Or you be an uncommon. No, trust BM. Oh, yes, I read you anyway, you know. Come on, Cassa Bianca. I know you maybe I am a fake. When you go on TikTok, social media, on any maybe an reality than a con, they took up and check camera. No, Kwan out they jump on Casasa. Let them talk. Let them continue to say whatever they want to say. And enjoy your marriage. Because the way or yes or back no. Then they drag you if you have snake that be chasing you.
And I feel so become
yes.
I respond there.
I bet the Kofi Adoma.
Hey, Richie, you want me share?
Now that would be our worry now Kofi Adoma area.
I bet you can't say na still landing on him girl be na down for me.
Hey, lot people I on Instagram.
It's on social media.
Those cause me share.
Oh here no. And no I mean
and
that is why I am so pained
over what is happening.
About yes. Because Kofi man is so ananka any akedi oh anka man bi ya na yere na anka e bi mo so bo oba na aba so na e bo Kofi aba so Kofi why for even you the man to even admit say my yeah and appreciate the woman like value the woman like that. It is not a joke. I'm telling you, if you take 100 men e mu be say 10 and 5 when the bit my say na Kofi Adoma e mu be say 5 and 10 pe and bit na I don't oh body with the man oh my handsome.
Hands
We never fuck up.
Hands in the head.
It's a brass army. So for him to go to that extent, Kosanko money see who.
Okay, Nana, so let me ask this idea. Kofi Adoma is a YouTuber. He eats from numbers. Could it be he was going to just prick the people, or like they would say, bust their bubbles, just to get the numbers to eat from?
That's Kofi has like.
So here we get
this. He doesn't need this for any numbers.
Well,
Kofi's platform. Kofi's platform, Kofi TV's platform. Especially not with your marriage, this marriage. Our a private wedding. I work in Pisky. Can we call you now? Yeah. And you can say, oh, you should study with crowd because girl no. That's I mean. Before Kofi Bears are confessing me, I know a lot of women that are looking to they just want to make sure say Kofi really me people sent me the girl's picture just for me to confirm for them say Kofi Adoma Iriniana. But me can let them come me name by face. Me name they be me call wedding be na come me say oh mommy me name by face.
They say omo dey be to say or no ade.
Oh, people are just posting and also our TikTok, pound. TikTok pound. Girls need girls need to bring them in the pan, but they just want to be sure. So, oh, truly, I am passing or not. But Kofi has a creative platform now, almost this year. And see, more doubt to them right now whether it is the right picture. They are going to post it. Whatever stories they have about whatever picture, they will say it and it will be directed as miracle. Whether it is true or not. And that is where my pain is. Me, for the two of them there, I think say we should rather encourage and appreciate them for what they've done. And can man a man almost say omo said the miracle na Eugene no. Sa komo dana komo dwen se bi omo nyansa anamo ntuo ne hu bie ma because that's I mean baby an so to ntu ntimi ngina ono ade ogina aso aye say obeyi nani ama Kofi edwama mbo eno pe na miracle yi nani ma ayo o hwe story ni nemu a
no you can ni weakness and edwama mbo
yeah ni weakness Kofi weakness say one abrabo obeyi nani ama ena oyi nani ma na Ababe so guna no. Ese akasa ware not no.
He say more than
ni monyam sheman.
No, Kofi is a big man.
Ni monyam sheman.
Very influential. Very popular.
Now to one mo.
I'm sure Kofi Okoni krom kotra e Costa na MP kro betimi.
Obewini.
Yes.
Now to one mo say wo de sa nipa we wejimi. Ono na wetimi ayenya kunu ni bitin no so wejimi o. Nti mpacho o. Wo so a wo jampe ufia na wakwa ase obi weakness
na wakorola
ufi ro na akokere za akọ rapid ro akọ rich one
almost on body free amutia
so the rest of the class.
Okay, so let me read some new comments. And Kwesi IFSS, Kofi doesn't owe anyone an explanation. He loves his wife, who has proven to stick with him through thick and thin. And Kwesi IFSS comes again to say, the women commenting who don't even know the direction of their relationship. Rich Lip says, in this world, your good intention doesn't mean you are a good person or you are doing the right thing at that time. Now, Peter Henry Arthur says, bruh, I always respect you and your panel members because you people always try giving some respect to our celebrities and especially artists, and I love you guys for that. And Rich Lip says, okay, let me go on to read. Kwesi IFS says, who doesn't have past? And that is also there. And Rich Lip says, okay. Docas Achan says, Chabo, can you can we pay attention to what we are doing? Now, Kwesi IFS says, well, her foolishness has gotten her the man she worked for, and that is what everybody should know. Blessed Boy says, Nana Reagan, Beef Nation President, I see you. And Kwesi IFS says, all those calling her foolish will continue to lose their men to slave queens. Richard Bridges says, in fact, as we speak, Kofi is interviewing Barry Masidi on his channel, and he will still get the numbers he sought to have. I don't think he did that for the numbers. Okay. And Wale TV says, hey, Brad Sammy the Assembly. And Kwesi IFS says, yes, Nana Reagan, he has options, so much options. And Gideon Pwani says, I honestly don't understand why Kofi had to talk about his sexual escapades. Whilst he was not married, and besides, Miracle's father did not want Kofi to be his wife. So what's up? And Young 2 Entertainment says, what is Chemo doing on the laptop? Chemo has told you that anytime we are live, the laptop will come to play. So please allow. Chemo is handling things. Now, Questman James says, haha, Beef Nation, good one there. Brilliant woman. Now, Kwesi IFA, I see you. Okay, now let's move on to Roland. Ro, let me listen to what you're also saying to Kofi Adoma's comments and the fact that people are now bashing him and the live TV cut it kind of vibe. Let me listen to you.
In this world, yes, it's a Ufi Dench. Let me say hi to Zion Felix. I think say,
Bruh, Zion, another hardest guy.
I'm out for
breaking.
I'm out for setting. I'm out for break.
Well.
Zion, where are you? 2-1.
But Kofi didn't 2.
2-1.
Okay, 3. This is all for back. Finally, is here Kofi or Emma 2. Bako London and Bako Ghana and Miracle. And also miracles also in me, yes. Also the miracle in me. And my man Papa Bufu, yeah, that's the story. Also the miracle in me. And the man Papa Bufu, yeah.
But I think say in media when it comes to marriage or personal relationship, some of these things people have diverse opinions as to whether the woman did right or Kofi was right or wrong. Me, I don't want us to go there because either way, it is a your mom say beko you, go you, a your mom. In fact, if the marriage won't start, it will not be dependent on somebody's comment.
Okay.
Ebegu.
Okay.
Ebegu a omo me no character. And a bachelor whether the marriage will stand or not. So whether the woman is right or not, but then when it comes to commentaries, I don't know whether a idea a space ni one, because some people would feel yes, the fact that I have a platform. I think I was live with Michelle.
Okay, live.
Michelle B.
So that live, what was the main motive.
So the motive of that live was
Kofi came to address
he
it.
came to address, and in fact, he was reading
Quick
live
response.
comments.
Kofi very quick response.
And he was reading live comments like on Kitani phone. So that was when the wife calls come. Now I hang up. Then he scrolls to read comments. So he was reading comments on live and responding to Sadia Graja.
People were talking about his marriage.
Yes, so he
was responding to them.
He gives an explanation, and you know, Obi Obe hate Odi. Okoka heavy asem.
I mean, I've said this time again that when it comes to online,
so
those who come at you, forget about them.
So that was the response. That was how the response were going back and forth, back and forth. So at a point, I think that was when after the not comments na airban. Now you say something and just like Chebo Kai, what you just said has been twisted and being used against you and even to your wife. So I'm sure that was when she thought like, okay, now let me call him to the show because Kofi Adoma's on live or your phone in now. Let me call him to the show and stop him. Maybe that one will push it. Yes, to stop. And indeed, it worked. At this point, Kofi Adoma doesn't have any explanation to give to anybody. Whatever decision that he took, he never consulted anybody. What decision he didn't call and they are worrying him. It was nobody's advice. Even Obi advising him, the final decision came from him to move and move here. So for court of public opinion there, you can't they are not predictable. You might have the best of your friend and say intentions. But when you get there, somebody with some serious shallow thinking, they might see all your intentions as foolishness, and it will not amount to anything. And again, when it comes to work and its hazards, that is occupational hazards. I think one thing that I have learned and I'm learning in this space has to do with understanding of what people do.
Yeah.
There is a difference between you knowing what the person does and you understanding. When you understand what the person does, you understand to the extent that you even know the occupational hazards that come with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially people in the creative arts, we are prone to these things. And influential people, people of authority, these are things that come with the space. And as a companion, you don't only need to know what the person is doing, but you need to understand. Okay. And I think it was at that point that Miracle decided to marry Kofi. The other people that were not able to stay probably knew, say, oh, Kofi, you say, Juma, we know, you say. But as to whether said they understand, say, Juma, no, you say, bet me out, they didn't think to that extent. But the woman understood, say, Juma, no, you say, they bet me out. And when that happens, how would I behave towards him? What would be my reaction towards the situation? Are they able to me see Obi and the way reacting to situations? Are they able to me see somebody would panic and collapse? Somebody can just come on your mind, face the situation, let's find a solution to it. And that's all. And that is what the woman did. Okay, Obi Ohonum, you went to impregnate somebody. The moment you went to impregnate somebody, no, tin time to the trip. Oh, whether in the Gabriel and the farm, but to be one man, on him so okay, what on him will be now, BBSC. Let me weigh the pros and cons, say, me corner the Boamia. Every point or no sharing interest to, maybe I not share womb interest. Or share womb interest, okay. Only paying for Semijana. Only pana wakonyam na service a kwala no podi na baby ase no podi akwala no be dey akwala ni tibie mu poti say. I'm sure said these are some of the things that will even push the woman to even go to the extent of even giving Kofi Adoma money to go and even cater for the child and even the baby mama. A baby wakomasa, if you don't have that kind of heart, you won't understand what the woman is doing or what the woman did. Some people have golden hearts to do some giveaways via okay. Some people do some adoye which is mind blowing. And if you are not on that level, oh yeah, you might see it as bogus. That you will never understand.
Okay.
So Kofi Adoma, I think I will applaud the wife for coming in to stop this conversation. And I would always say Ebe and they were hasi. The explanation should end here because they don't owe anybody any explanation. So if they have anything to do, they should do it between themselves and not with the public.
Okay.
And the earlier they bring this matter in the public space to a halt, the better for because if they are able to save all of these commentaries, Kofi Adoma has enviable numbers. Or the way ever find publicity or the way ever building numbers. No.
Okay, let me read some messages. And Young 2 was asking about laptop. Okay, so I think I've read that. And Kwesi IFS says you forget Efia. And says only in Ghana it is a crime. It is a crime to come clean with your wife. And it says no, this is not a numbers thing. The man was real. Dr. Sechan says Kofi's first child with Miracle is 17 years old now in high school. Yeah, so they have a child already. So Kofi's first child with Miracle is 17 years old now in high school. And Richard Breezy says his son with Miracle is his eldest among his kids. He will soon complete SHS, according to Kofi himself. Now, Kwesi IFS says at a point they tried to call him gay because he will not show his wife. Okay. And who is here? Gideon Body says we cannot wait for Brasami and Chemo's own to come out. You people, they do chopping. Hey, Gideon, if you chop, you chop. After all, what? If you chop, we chop. Now, Dr. Zache said, Brasami, can we flip the coin and imagine if Kofi was one of your celebrity women that came out with their truth like Kofi did? Hey, and it's can say me, I can go to a court. Shout outs to you, Doctors, and shout outs to everybody online. Let's focus and do our show. We know those people, they will come and fool, but let's ignore them and do our show. That is more important. We have seen them before, so we understand that terrain. Now, let's go on to do this topic. And I'm loving the interaction. That's why people love the live. Now, receive every week. We will play some live elsewhere. So we satisfy you guys on this particular thing. When it comes to media people, and I want us to do media people, not just even stakeholders per se, media people. Is there something like we hate celebrities? Because it looks like that conversation, the fans are either succeeding in getting that thing in the mind of the celebrities. And this thing, personally, Stoneboy has mentioned it to me on radio before. I think my very last interview I did with him on Xylophone FM before I resigned, Stoneboy mentioned this, that my fans say, they like me, my fans say, they like me, my fans say, they like me. And in our current dispensation, between Arnold Asamoah Beidou and Shatta Wale, looks like that particular conversation is going on. In the very last interview I did in Bolliga before I came to Accra, I'm sure that interview will come out very soon. One SM fan was on the platform and he threw some salvos, even threatening another Asamoah Beidou that if he doesn't stop talking about Shatta Wale this, Shatta Wale that, they will come for his head. I didn't know what he meant by they will come for his head, but we put it aside and pay attention to what is happening. So last Saturday on UTV, United Showbiz, and I want to say shout out to Bernard Kuban. Bernard Kuban is even urging me or pushing me to go watch that show because same way, he as a Shatta fan, and here I'm talking about Kwesi IFA. Those who are watching, the account name called Kwesi IFA is the man I'm talking about, also known as Bernard Ekuban. According to him, he did not like how some of the panel members and some of the people on the show handled Shatta Wale's issue. And according to him, he also thinks Arnold Asamoah Beidou has an agenda against Shatta Wale. But I'm asking that, is there something like that to even start with? Are there media people that fans or lovers of a celebrity can say, he has an agenda or she has an agenda against a celebrity. Is there something like that? As media people, we critique when something does not go on well. We praise when something goes on well. So this idea of he hates him or Taino, he's a hater, he doesn't like him, is this real or it is just a mirage? Watch what happened last Saturday on United Showbiz, and when I come back, we're going to have the discussion without any emotional attachment, because I know my people here might have even faced what we are talking about one way or the other. Me, I faced it. I faced it. Even as it stands now, Nigeria, for cry, they don't want to even accept what I say on this channel, including what you just witnessed right now. Those who are online, what you witnessed, it is coming from Nigeria, not Ghana. It is coming from Nigeria because someone thinks, yeah, Sammy Flex doesn't like Nigeria, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. Is there anything like that? Watch it when I come back. We'll continue talking.
Subject and so on. Patchoma Queen and I may address assembly.
Okay.
When you say,
Assembly.
Send me
If I
wear home, if I Shatta home, and if I France no. When say, can't Shatta I say me about Shatta as a The point is, anytime I Wale assemble BR, especially on this platform, that's a man for FM in a certain way. Because it will be a BSc last year or more on. So they feel that there's a problem. Now, so me pass a commentary on Wale. Me sure say either Wale and as some of the fans no. Omo take assembly ye. And so what they do, they say they sieve through my commentary, and pick the ones they perceive as negative. Now, Omafa, no more didn't say home and saying all manner of stuff. Shatta camp no, for descending guys who man for Monyansa, Shadrach, Amono Crab, Mark Nobuna. Why always? There are a lot of elements or more account. They are very discerning. They know exactly what is right and all that stuff. And they won't conform so more margin of because if it's not me pass a commentary on Shatta. Now he say, hey, and he hates Shatta. He hates the success. He hates the successful life and massa. Wale on your level, INT. Me can't just be quite hating. Ne level no ye Davido money West Kid money on one PK count. And so if there's supposed to be a level of Peter, that's where it's supposed to be. Number two, but and you be a better needing command, you wear could you receipt before hating Obiana. You tell Obia for going hating somebody else. Inti I am a teacher cancer, no my dream of one pa. Inti some
Oma Okasa Omukasebia.
Yeah, but why yes, so be intimate almost say for them to actually say me hating or no. And I say me hating brand on my dream of form.
I disagree with you.
That's fine, but what can I say maybe?
No, but young man, you Shatta fans.
Debbie,
oh, Missy a bimo.
I don't care how. Okay, no. My big catch and say almost opinion.
Yes, I'm sticking Miss me
opinion. If he's sticking by his word,
yeah,
he will face them by himself.
Yeah. And let me send this message to Abia Wale and some of the fans. Your relationship near one for life. Many Shatta relationship. And I'm saying this based on the facts that me an entertainment journalist, me a pundit, or no an artist. The fact say Obegusu are producing obe winning awards. To be obedient to more kakano. Now me a journalist here, me a pundit. I write about it. But the assembly, but since now the assembly, I will talk about it. But then we can't say. So we are here for the long haul. And I feel that they should also appreciate me for who I am. Over so long year, my yes age my way. Listen, means so be as how.
And I won't touch at away.
And I mean, of course, I've already cleared that. Me time why because we are me koji we see say me kotan into mame misika for time Shatta. So you need to appreciate me when I sit here. I don't give a damn if you are Shatta or Michael Jackson. I summon the bar. I say it as it is. I call it as it is, and I move. Until that perception is when you turn Shatta now, and no. They should clear it because you womb and tobacco bear return and as in we are in this business together.
All right, so you heard it from Arnold Asamoah Baidu, one of the astute entertainment panel members we have in our country. He is also, I'm sure, one of the top guys at Ghana Aviation. because looking at his rounds today here, today there, running around the world, learning and upgrading his knowledge to be part of the Ghana aviation industry or service we have here in Ghana. He is a great guy, no two ways about that. But coming back to the real story, as in his position as a critique, his position as a pundit, and the fact that Shatta Wale is always in the news. You see, I always have a problem with people who say, Sammy Flex TV, you people are always talking about Shatta Wale. In fact, when I read such comments, I cringe and I laugh. And if you are not careful, you say those people are also low-minded, but me, I'm careful. So I'll not say it. The guy is a newsmaker. Shatta Wale makes news more than any other artist in Ghana. Bring that artist that you think is making news like Shatta Wale. None. None. He is a newsmaker. He makes news than any other artist that you can think of. Unfortunately, he makes news more than your favorite artist. So anytime he'll be talked about. And Arnold's position as a critic, Shatta Wale's stories has always been the hard stories. He will also go hard. And unfortunately, the fans will come and say, oh, he hates him, he hates it. So I'm asking today, is there anything like a media person, entertainment pundit, a critic hating any celebrity ever? Chemo, I'll start this with you.
Yeah.
And make Chaba say,
before that, may hear confession be.
Okay.
I think I had issue with Arnold, and we were doing back and forth. Like, he would say his mind, like, hey, gentleman, why did you go and report me to Sammy Flex? And I say, Master, I can report you to
yeah, I remember.
And guess what? Because of Shatta Wale. It was because of Shatta Wale. And I wasn't happy with what happened between KSM show at that time. Wanted to interview Shatta Wale. And Arnold was the one who approached me that they want to come on the show because he was working with Shatta Wale.
He was then the PR person for Xylophone Music.
Yes. And then I said, oh, why not? We want to interview him. So we did the arrangement, everything. You crew a big boy, a train Shatta Wale, ma. My friend Arnold said, oh, Beba. Oh, Beba, me no Macassa is almost so mobile. Yet now. Later, then he said I should call Chris Connie. Then I called him, and Chris Connie also assured me that they are coming. From the morning till 2, they are still not coming. So I did the last call, and then they said when you're migraine, they say they won't come. Charlie, and at the office, everybody wasn't sure say Shatta Wale will come. In fact, they didn't believe it. So I was the one assuring them say Obeba, including my boss KSM. Or come is the boss Obeba. Me no Marcus Obeba. Not me do Obeba sa finally when you're migraine. Crew knows Shatta Wale is coming to special preparation. Even outside this when we need extra hands, I from about. Still, so I was not really happy with it, and then I remember I told you about the experience, and I think confronted Arnold, and he wasn't happy with it, so he came back. Gentleman, why did you go and report me to Sammy Flex? I said, hey, Master, I can report you to anybody I want to report you. So he will say whatever, and then me too, I will give it to him like that, like we were going back and forth. My point is that it was because of Shatta Wale that we did that, and it wasn't because of hating an ABB. In fact, he is even professional enough to work with him at the time at Omushai. So I don't think he hates him. A job or not. And when ideologies clash, these things will happen. When you don't agree with somebody and you say your mind, some people may take it that you hate the person, not the ideology or not the way that person is doing his stuff that you don't like. That's why you are criticizing. So first of all, I don't think Arnold hates Shatta Wale. It comes with the job. When he disagrees and says his mind, then those who are not happy with that will obviously say that you hate him, or they will also come back with their own opinion about it. What I don't like about what happened with this one particular was the way Arnold was also saying that some people have low mind not to get him, or even say that he hates Shatta Wale. It's the same way that those who are saying that you hate him, that's the same strategy that they are using. And some people do that. When they disagree with you, but they don't have anything to say, they will start calling you names. So if you also disagree with people and calling them names, you are saying the same thing that you are not happy with that people are saying. Me, I don't think he hates Shatta Wale, but for you to say that those who are using that name, they have low minds. No. Tell them that if they have something better to say or to prove that you hate Shatta Wale, they should rather say it than to say that you hate him, to give you that tag. And I will agree with him. Not because he hates him. It comes with the job. Even us here, we have our own tax.
Exactly.
Yeah. There are some people and there are some issues that will come here, and based on our comment and all that, people will say you hate this guy, you hate that guy. And not not long ago, Black Sheriff, we can mention.
Yeah.
Based on, and I remember the time that we even did a show praising him and him getting the connection about the YouTube
thing. Yeah.
Somebody came under the comment and says as if they like him, they hate you.
Yes, I remember very well.
Yeah, so that thing, I don't think it will go, and Arnold should know that better. I mean, from that angle, that the fans will never agree with him, and some of them will not have much to say, so they will use the hate tag because that's all that they have. And others that he was mentioning that they know they are discerning enough, then he should extend the courtesy to those that he doesn't know, but they will also agree that no, we know that you are doing your job, just that we disagree with you, or we don't even want you to criticize him the way you do. He should just take it like that. As for the haters comment or the haters tag in there, so he should just relax on that.
Okay.
And I will agree with him that based on the job that Arnold is doing now, that relationship will continue to be there.
Yeah.
Until one of them retired or both of them retired. Shatta will do his thing. Arnold will also do his thing. And at some point, the disagreement will come.
Okay.
And then the fanatics will also say that you hate him. And Arnold should understand that thing, because yes, for those who are discerning enough or those who have something to say, yes, they will say, Arnold, we disagree with you, and this is why we think you hate him. And some will not give you any explanation, but they will still give you the tag.
Okay.
So we should take it like that.
All right. Thank you so much, and we want to appreciate everybody online right now. Impressive numbers you guys have given us. It tells us that you really love the live thing, so we will surely look at it. Kwesi IFA K Bernard Kuban says, Sammy, you should teach Kofi your quick response skills. Now Clem Akwesi watching from Germany says, just got home from work and enjoying your show. And first in news says, I love you guys, much love. Augustino, love. Shmini 200 says, in this day and age, when you well known on social media and you are not allowed to cough, because when you cough, you have to explain the nature of the cough. Frederick Appiah says, now I think Arnold is feeling the heat from some fans. Kwesi IFS says, their love is even going to be stronger. Kwesi IFS says, Powder Nation to the rescue. First in news says, this Arnold guy, what did they want from Wanakin? And Gideon Boadi comes to say, Arnold wants us to understand him when he speaks, but he doesn't want to understand us. He is not the most intelligent person in the world, and his perception is not the truth. Frederick Appiah says, in fact, Arnold did not speak well. He criticizes others, and when some people don't want to agree with him, he calls them names. Now, Stalio TV says Arnold versus Shatta. Asemno aye pin so hey Koskoli, I see you. Now, Shmini 200 says Gideon, you spoke in my mind. Pa Docas Achan says Frederick Appiah Obwa. Kwesi says Sammy, if you are someone like Arnold constantly hating on him, that's what happens. And Frederick Appiah says, Koskoli, we see you, Stalio TV. Now, Kwesi says Arnold comes across like he made Shatta. Richard Bridges says, I don't see anything wrong with Arnold's submission. Maybe because I'm not a crazy fan of Shatta Wale, so perhaps I'm looking at it from a different lens. Frederick Appiah says, Doctors, please share your opinion. We are here to agree or disagree. Gideon Boadi said, the fact that he says Shatta fans are basically dumb is very insulting and needs to retract. Arnold wants Shatta to understand him when he speaks, but ask yourself, does he understand Shatta Wale? Stalio TV says, Appiah, I see you. Now, Martin Frederick says, to me, Arnold is the most unbiased pundit in Ghana. I really do not know why people hate him. Now, Shimini 200 says, it's not hate. Some pundits are disrespectful. Pa, Sishu and Co. Now, Kwesi FS says, even you, Arnold, wait for him to give you content to write, wants to be appreciated. Now, Gideon Body says, has Arnold ever picked up the phone and inquired about an issue Shatta is involved in from Shatta himself? Arnold speaks with a prejudgmental mindset, and that's why we tag him as a hater. Now, Dominic Mason says, I'm watching you from Gabon. Thank you. Rich Lip says, Arnold feels like he runs the media because he works at UTV, but he's small cry. He still have a long way to go. Gideon Body says, just like Roland says something about Shatta on a different platform without researching or listening to Shatta. Young 2 says, more fire, Chemo. I understand Arnold very well. And Doom says, hey, Shatta Piaro. Okay. Nana Reagan, let's continue from there. I'll come back to read some more comments. Yeah.
First, I don't think Arnold hates Shatta Wale.
Yeah.
And it will be an error on the part of any artist to think that a media person or a pundit hates the person, especially when the commentary or the message is coming from the fans. When your fans are saying, oh, that's what this person
he doesn't like you
on power and then also must add a new raw team, and then you conclude say, oh, this person doesn't like you are making a big mistake. Because Arnold's position right now in the industry, I've seen Arnold write articles, very positive articles about Shatta Wale before.
Yeah, that's true.
I have seen him make comments on radio about Shatta Wale before. So sometimes when issues come up and you don't agree with anything or his opinions or submissions, it doesn't necessarily mean he hates Shatta Wale, and that it doesn't mean well for Shatta Wale. I've said on this platform that you see some of us that really go hard on artists. And you didn't know they hate to go on a pain out of love.
Pain out of love.
Yes. If I don't, sometimes if I don't love you, na me unyo be a make up me what feelings be with me mumawa. Your issues are normal to me. I can just say something that at the end of the day, whether it will end good or bad, me fine. But sometimes when we get emotional on platform about certain people, it is because of the love that maybe we also have for them. But if you want to me end this closing it publicly,
and you can be like a normal fan.
You understand?
Because of your position.
So sometimes when such a person the issue bad, you are very emotional, and that is where a bit twisted 170 position maybe people will feel like, oh, this person or disrespectful. You don't understand. Me, Black Sheriff, I know people are saying I hate them, I hate me boy and I'm a journalist that I like Black Sheriff as a talent.
And they don't know.
Today I'm telling them. That is why sometimes I say Black Sheriff once and I'm in quarantine now.
Sorry.
The fire that gets in me when I'm talking about that boy, because I wish Obeti me achieve winning Yamabi. But attitude meaning maybe I wash I say and what? You see the other way Shatta was saying, that these artists, they are repeating the same mistakes we did in the past. And then to couple no to me mention a bit more crap over who want to say in the next 10 years, come on, want to say more somewhere the Shatta Wale is the sarcodius of our time. So sometimes when people are emotional and they are talking and they are criticizing artists, it is pain out of love. I just say now Bana I be now and that's all time. So the fans shouldn't always conclude say, oh, this person they every day so can say or say penal. Yes, me, I admit to some of the media they can hate artists. Yes. Some of them they are petty rough.
Pettiness and hatred are they the same?
Say pettiness in the baby.
No, I get it. Some pettiness can grow into
pettiness. Oh, that's what I mean. I have seen some before. I have who be like, and sometimes it is so funny. Say, yeah, and you should be out. Sometimes the person wants to belong to your camp and you are not opening up. It will give me. I don't know. I'm a Sammy flex and Kuami. Na Sammy flex, na Sammy flex, and Adibiana. And no one know. then they will start building their own guy to come and compete with you. So the hate there, if you are and you know, media ni all trust stories, media ni all about radio so panditry, because some of us, like you are saying, Shatta Wale is a newsmaker. Adia China Shatta Wale, akwa true bibi egu ni way so. Na say me blog, I have a website, I will write about it. Sometimes the negative things that you think media not a champion. Where does it come? It comes from the artist. It doesn't come from anybody. If you're saying you're showing your life, no, they didn't confirm a blog spare. They will capture the video, put it on their website, and give it a headline. One that's a negativity if you buy. If you're saying if you be out, say Shatta Wale showing your life, no, didn't confirm them, no, cause say hey. Now, blogger and journalist gonna trust and say Hanum no be fan or try. That's a negative headline. It is not, especially when the thing is in quotes. You're quoting if I not say why not either. Men I'm a cock I didn't say that. And I'm a cock So people, I think that the fans, of course, they will be emotional when you go very hard. And Arnold shouldn't have, described those who disagree with him as low-minded people. I think so. Also, yeah, emotional. I want to also me and Shannon also, because clearly, if somebody you want Shatta Wale, when you go hard at Shatta Wale, you want Shatta Wale to even tolerate you if he disagrees with you. When he says number one or three, say Shatta Wale should be matured enough to tolerate my criticisms. Say whether me can pass on my kind of person or say or fan of our baby. The same way I was say Arnold so I say and your fans in now the better than some massive. It is almost someone telling some was here. You should understand them like that. And not it is just like you saying say if all cotton platform so now can Shatta Wale as Shatta Wale Bufuno be do whatever or rice will do whatever. Because fans eti ewu na omanu wanya adwen na omoka omadwen no who did you matter. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
So if Arnold doesn't want the fans to tag him as haters, those type of there, just as on Zaka so Shatta Wale relationship because of your pandit it is for life. Tag no, it is for life. In fact, yeah, William and
forever.
Yeah,
William and forever.
I just said do my own person of any giant. It is just like the insults there, but you get it. Hater, obeying sa. Until my Arnold doing yes, say, oh, be a friend hater, and I say, I feel no more man, Bruce, until say, you can't go at the fans. In fact, let your message, when you say you have a clean heart, clean mind, clean conscience, now who put it out your critique, now who can't Shatta Wale once and your bonus, so I can't. Na Shatta na so or that be almost okay we say. In fact, sometimes I will disagree with you. It is allowed. But let your intentions know say enye bonus, because that is what we are all looking for. So for him to go at the fans and say some of them and not crap on it is not right. And I mean we say na A+ percent or correcting because they are just disagreeing with ABA or reactions, not the way you are going about the things. And some of us
and when it comes to someone disagreeing with you, it comes with a level of knowledge.
Of course.
On the level of knowledge, and you may disagree with you.
Yes.
And when you're low,
man, how crank could do the giant no because I'm on jail.
But what they do to me, I just leave them.
So it's I'm not saying say describe him as low minded or chana they will not come and attack him on the own train.
Okay, interesting comments. Let me read some of them. Kwesi IFS says they should have watched the exclusive with Flex TV before jumping on him like that. Now, Professor Ankonam Rebo is here. I don't think the issue is about panelists hating artists. Like Chemo says, don't look at what people say, but look at their actions. Prof. Dr. Sachan says, SM fans are always angry. Anson Boatin says, now everybody be panel member with no degree. Kwesi IFS says, Charlie, the same issues that Arnold attacks him for, Flex handles very differently. Now, King Shrem says, I'm a Shatta Wale fan, pursuing my PhD currently. How can you come and insult fans? Fifi Kofi says, but it is how he puts it sometimes. Rich Lips says, I remember the last time Arnold came to the USA. He took pics at Starbucks and he was hyping how good USA looks. I just told him to campaign for a change in Ghana. They just started insulting me. Okay. Now Jackie Boatin says, I'm driving from MA to PA with Showbiz Daily. Jackie, help us. What is MA to PA? We don't live in America with you.
PA will be Pennsylvania or something.
And MA is what?
I don't know about it.
Chemo, we don't know. Jackie Boatin is also another Black Sheriff fan. It's not that he's a Brassami. You don't like Black Sheriff. Jackie Boatin has been telling me. So I said, are you Brassami? You don't like Black Sheriff. Hi, Jackie. So, Jackie, what is MA to PA? We don't live in America with you, so help us.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. And PA is where?
Pennsylvania.
Okay. Chemo say, Wagugu ahenti. Doom says, Shatta fans always insult people. And Kwesi IFS says, Chemo, he's not doing a good job at showing there is no hatred. King Strem says, SM fans just enjoy the passion Shatta has for his music and the music industry. And we see it. Simple. We don't like people who act holier than thou. Kwesi IFS says he is unconsciously becoming unprofessional. King Strem says, fans always say something because all they do every day is talk about Shatta to get attention. King Strem says, before Arnold spoke about Shatta, I had never heard of him. John Boy Anaba says, that Arnold guy go chop slabs one day. Docas Achan says, whenever a pundit says something good about Shatta Wale, they SM fans won't even share. But when they don't like the analysis, then they want to fight. Now, OG the High says, that guy attitude has been consistent. Because during the Freedom concert, he said he won't be going to that show because the fans are criminals. And fact that he's not favorite artist, that's why. Emmanuel Okai, I see you. Dr. Sachan says, there is nothing wrong with Arnold saying some of Shatta fans are low-minded. And Gideon Body says, think about Shatta's address to the industry. Ask yourself honestly, all of you, did Shatta say anything wrong? Arnold rubbish everything he said in the state of the industry address. Now, King Strem says, aside from Sammy Flex, I've never heard a media person say they spoke to Shatta Wale personally. And this is how he explained this and explained that. Every day, the media people come with a preconceived mind. Now, Kwesi IFS says, Reagan, Shatta has also backed him up before. It takes one instance for someone to turn against you. Now, Hijab Jiba says, God bless you. Frederick Apia says, when Shatta did his State of the Industry address, Arnold and Co said it doesn't make sense, but later turned around to say they have said everything Shatta said before. That is why. Prophetino says that Arnold talks too much. He acts as if he is on top of anything. And Rich Lip says MA is Massachusetts. Okay, King Strem has also given us the same MA meaning Massachusetts. Now, Kwesi IFS says, would Arnold take that position if they were still with xylophone? Prophetino says, Shatta Wale is a prophet. Wanda Saki says, Arnold doesn't understand Shatta, but he wants us to understand him. Gideon Body says, Brassami, you are an example of professionalism. Look at how you speak about artists and their issue professionally and critically, critiquing them and advising them. And Kwesi IFS says, Charlie Hits FM decided to make their own hero to spice Shatta. Rich Lip says, Arnold IUTV is eating his head up. And Arnold, we see you, okay? Anita Kesley Wilberforce says, Jackie meant, yes, Dr. Anita says, Jackie meant from Massachusetts to Pennsylvania. Okay, thanks. We don't live there, so people should understand that. We live at Soto Mayors. Kwesi IFS says, I wish I could phone into the show. Oh, time is up. OG the High says, if he's not ready to be criticized, then he should stop the critique's job. And Docas, yes, he would have done same. Okay, Ro, I'm sure you can close the show for us. Time is past 10
That's
p.m. in Ghana. Yeah.
I remember when Shatta Wale's this prophecy issue came, and I think during one of the posts, Obeka saying some people are just waiting for him to die. Some media people are waiting for him to die truly. Then they will write a story or report it. And I said, like, what was he expecting? That something will happen to him and nobody will talk about it. You see, sometimes let's be very objective here. There's no, like in every institution, there's some level of hate in there, in every sector, and they will honor. But then hate, yes,
I see.
And they will. Somebody can hate you for no reason, like
it won't make any sense.
It will not make any sense.
The hating won't make any meaning. He's just hating for hating sake. Okay.
And some people will just disagree with him. Me, when Arnold says some SM fans are shallow-minded or low-minded, me, I don't have any problem with it. The reason is that he has, over the years, had interactions with SM fans. Arnold has been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
And some of these comments are comments that but let's ask ourselves, why this kind of comment and our response now? It will tell you that aside some people who would come and disagree with you and give you reasons as to why they disagree with you, whether you also agree with those reasons or not, they will still come and let you know the reason why they disagree with you. It happens. Some people will come and just insult you because they don't agree with you. They will come and insult you. Meanwhile, they will not give an argument to support the reason why they're even insulting you. It is on that tangent that Arnold wanted to serve them with their own pill. That is why he made that statement. And if you belong to the class that he said, you see, in his statement, he gave two categories of people who are discerning in a camp and people who are not so discerning in a camp. And when you take every institution, every camp, these two categories, they are there. My end, let's not look anywhere. So are we trying to say that the fact that there's an SM fan who is probably having his master's somewhere, SM fans phoning in as intelligent as that person? No. Even when you go to Beam Nation, ASR, SAC Nation, ASR, recently we had a Twitter space with some of the SAC Nation executives. They were rather criticizing the lives of Shatta, Wale, Meanwhile, SAC doesn't have a website. I posed this question to them and all of them were silent. You understand? And I like the fact that where Reagan said that sometimes when we go hard at some people at certain times, and you hate, and pain out of love. You see, me, sometimes I don't blame these fanatics. They will always be there. But I will just urge them that sometimes they should weigh the comment from somebody. Let's be true to ourselves. When you take news from Shatta Wale, offer news 10, offer news 10 if you Shatta Wale, 8 controversies. 8 controversies. Let's be true to ourselves.
Yeah, that's
and anybody who is talking about controversies will either come hard at you or will try to massage it. It doesn't mean that the person will always agree with you.
Okay.
Ain't a controversy. So when somebody decides to go on that tangent, somebody can come and say, who hated me? Because why? You are always talking about the controversial aspect of the person. Meanwhile, the person is giving you more controversial aspect of himself. So what do you want me to talk about? And the human mind, like we all know, is quick responsive to quote and unquote negative news. If not so, when Arnold said there were some discerning people in the camp, they wouldn't have ignored that to all dwell their energy on the fact that he said that some people are shallow-minded. So what happened to the one that he said some people are discerning?
They are small.
What happened to that one? If they are small, even when Shatta Wale himself came on live and were mentioning some of the fans that are even supportive, he mentioned 3. The rest belong to M category. So where is Arnold's fault here? And yes, I know, like I said earlier, there is some level of hate in the industry. We can't take that away from that fact. But then sometimes look at the person speaking.
Okay.
look at the person's track record against who he is talking about.
Okay.
Weigh his commentaries, then you will be able to differentiate whether he hates the person or he is just criticizing the person. Just recently, I said Shatta Wale was being childish with some of the statements that he made. Some people didn't understand. But on these platforms, how many times haven't I praised this person, this same person? When I said that action was childish, it was that pain out of that love. Because to me, I feel that shouldn't have come from him. And I was very hurt with that action. And the Shatta Wale we know, when he is pained with some of these things, he always comes hard. He responds to hard stuff. They know. And indeed, when I went on that tangent, he came here and he responded.
Yeah.
He came here and he responded to it. It even pushed him to ask me further questions to know the reason why I even came hard at him like that. And it happens. This is not hate. Somebody somewhere would think that, oh, the fact that you've said this is disrespectful and would want to come at you and start insulting you, even without understanding. Yes, some people were saying that Arnold wants them to understand him, but he doesn't want to understand them. You see, that is where they get it wrong. Arnold is very open-minded and would understand anybody that brings a counter-argument, even if he doesn't agree with your argument. There can be a subject matter here. I will bring my opinion, you will bring yours. The fact that I don't agree with you doesn't negate whatever opinion that you have. It doesn't make whatever opinion that you have less of mine.
Yeah.
Provided it doesn't come with insults. And that is where some of the SM fans get it wrong, or some of the fanatics get it wrong.
Okay.
So for the level of hate there, I think they should check the personality in question, weigh the person's track record, weigh the pros and cons, how many times the person have praised that, and if the person has even praised that person he or she is talking about once in part, then know that there is no level of hate.
Okay, thank you so much, Roland Amate. Let me read the comment and we wrap up. We wanted to do the very last topic, but because of time, we will hold it on till tomorrow. And before we even started talking about the topic, Richard Bridges sent a message that what Kuami A+ said was not true, and that the information Kuami A+ shared was not enough. Bro, we have heard this before. That Kuami Eugene wants to exit Lynx Entertainment.
Last year.
So it hurts me. Time did not come for us to do it, but let's read a comment and wrap up. Okay. Gideon Body says Arnold go chop slap. No. Kwesia FS says, you see, lots of time the fans have more detailed info than people like Arnold. Dr. Sachan says Arnold won't chop slap, try it and get arrested. Anita Kesley Wilberforce Doctor says Sammy Flex has no biases, they are simply doing their job. Kwesia FS says SM fans form a whole network. Anson Boatin says I praise Shatta no go born and Anama in UTV because of that Arnold. Kwesia FS says that's right, Sammy. Kwesia FS says Arnold should take leave from your book. Rich Leaf says Arnold just hates Shatta, period. And let me be specific, he's jealous of Shatta. Shatta's news is the trigger of his anger problems. Albert Ansam Mesa says Arnold is trying to behave like a thin god, because in Ghana they love and glorify people who speak English and people who know how to speak so well, as intelligent and are always right. Gideon Body says, why are you guys always defending pundits and radio personalities and never Shatta? Do you people hate Shatta that much? I don't get it. Richard Bridges says MA is Massachusetts and PA is Pennsylvania, as Chemo said. Ado Ishmael says, what impact is he making to the society that he talks about someone who has made impact in some people's life? Gideon Body, Roland, stop it. When you don't find out the root of an issue and you give your opinion with a preconceived and judgmental mind, that is hatred. Ninete says, Brasami, in future, please introduce a phone-in segment to the show. I think it will be a great idea. Thank you. Wandasaki says, so now I can also say that some of pundits are low-headed too. Yes, you can.
Oh, yes, you can.
Dr. Achan says, Rich Lip, if you see Arnold has anger problems, then you also need a psychologist, because both of you are having anger problems. Fidelix Osara said, Mr. Flex, you know how I try to say something positive about him, trying to offer my opinion to help his brand. I don't hate him, just that I want him to be in the media for all the right reasons. Long James says, and if I may ask, who appointed Arnold as entertainment pundit and based on what qualifications? Dr. Chan says, I saw how Shatta fans attacked Tilly, a Q&A on Twitter, and tried to bully her because she made a comment about GOG album. John Boy Anaba says, you are there ranting, but when Shatta came there, he couldn't talk. Respect our legend. And Gideon Boy says, Roland, your heart's like a ganja farmer. Hey, Gideon. Free World TV says, the guy with the heart should take his time when talking about Shatta Wale. Please, talk about yourself, please. And Doctor says, it looks like you hate Shatta too. Okay.
And your platform we using Shatta Wale fan because and your pan is not intelligent.
And the matter maka. All right, guys. We want to appreciate you. We want to appreciate you guys for always showing us love. And the Kuami Eugene story, Richard Breezy, it is not true that what A-Ply is saying doesn't have any facts. There are. Tomorrow, when we sit, you discuss that. I want to say thanks to you for the love, thanks for the support, thanks for reading, thanks for sending in your comments, and thank me for reading them too. We will try to be doing this from time to time so we can all be on the same page and have fun on the show. Forget about any issue that might have happened with that Vic Lovely who came from Nigeria to just come and cause commotion. Chemo will activate him again. Yeah. On your bio Bema, Chemo will activate him again. We don't mind. Just that he was disturbing the show, reason we picked him out. We are used to some of these things, and we take everybody's BS as part of the show. Thanks to Intimdo de Solomon, thanks to Roland Amate, thanks to Nana Reagan, thanks to the team, the Guitar Rasta, Camera, Richie Flex, editor, director, Emmanuel Fowler, PG producer. They need some rest, so they have to go take some rest because tomorrow agenda starts right here at 9 a.m. Switch on your TV to Sammy Flex TV and let's do some more. My name is Sammy Flex. Subscribe to us if you've not done that, and let's do some more. Salute you all.